Hey, hello everybody, welcome back to one more video. Before anything, I just want to thank you guys so much. We just hit that 6,000 subscribers. I appreciate for that. I appreciate you guys support and hit that sub because it means a lot for me. I enjoy doing this, so your support is very important for the channel to grow, right? So episode 3 just dropped. We got few new stuff, few new items, but most important, the biggest update, it's coming on the March the 3rd, which is gonna be the new expansion for the Division 2 Warlords of New York. With this expansion, the whole game is gonna change. Basically, we're gonna get a lot of new stuff, and the way we play the game might change also. And there is one thing actually very important that's gonna be coming to the game that I don't see a lot of people talking about, and it's gonna be really good for the RPG, at least for the beginning of it, and it's gonna impact your build. It's gonna be boost for your character overall. So what I'm talking about is shade levels. Shade levels are new system that the devs are applying into the game to replace what we have right now, which is the field proficiency caches. So right now in the game, after you hit level 30, you get capped. You only go to level 30, right? And after that you can still gain level, but this level only gonna help you get a field proficiency cache that's gonna give you more loot, and that's it. It's no satisfying, it's no reward, it's not really much of anything, right? So what the devs want to do is change this system for a new system that you're gonna be applying on the Warlords of New York. So in the new update, after you hit level 40, because this will only activate after you hit level 40, you get what's called shade levels. So shade levels are basically a incremental boost that you can get to your character, and it's gonna be impacting on what you choose depending on your playstyle, right? So if you choose to want to be more DPS, you can choose that, or more tanky, or more for skill power, or even a handling for your guns, right? And not only that, very important to keep in mind is that these boosts are going to be tied to your character. So which means is, doesn't matter what gun you use, what gear you have, or what build that you're using at the moment, this boost that you apply, it's going to be always for any build that you have, right? It's going to be always on you. So that's what it is so important. Now granted, in the long run you can upgrade everything, but the thing is, it's gonna take a long time. Now the shade levels are levels after you hit level 40, which is the new cap. They are levels that you're gonna be using to upgrade 5 different categories that will impact your character. These categories are offensive, defensive, utilities, and handling. Now 4 of these categories actually are core attributes categories, right? So these core attributes categories will define your boost to be for more DPS, for more tankiness, or for more like a skill type of build, right? But after that, also, if you see on the picture, we still have, like I said, a 5th category, and this category is going to be called the scavenging. Now this category, like the name says, is more for scavenging, right? So it's going to be like a boost to your crafting materials or for your credits in game, right? Now as you see in the picture, each category has subcategories inside of them, and those are going to be the attributes, right? So if you go on the defensive, we have weapon damage, headshot damage, critical hit chance, and critical hit damage. For the defensive category, we have armor, health, explosive resistance, and hazard protection. For the utility category, which basically this is going to be about your skills, right? So this is going to be for skill builders. You have the skill damage, you have the skill haste, the skill duration, and skill repair. Last but not least, we have the handling, and the handling category, it's basically it can help all of them, right? Because it's more for your guns. So the handling category, you have accuracy, stability, reload speed, and ammo capacity. And last but not least, on the scavenging category, we have credits, steel, ceramics, polycarbonate, carbon fiber, electronics, titanium, and printer filament. Those are basically all of the crafting materials that you have in the game right now, the most important with your credit. Now, the developers show a example of one of the boosts to one of these categories. So in the offensive categories, we have the critical hit damage boost that you can get, right? So you can have up to 50 points on each category, and then it will explain to you what this point does, right? And I like how they represent what you have, right? So right there it says current value, so it's 0.8% critical hit damage. So that character has a 0.8% critical hit damage boost on the entire character, right, for any build. And then the value per point on critical hit damage is going to be 0.4, so each point will give you 0.4%. And then the max value is going to be 20% critical hit damage. So if you fill that bar all the way up to 50 points, that means you have 20% critical hit damage to any build that you put on, because your character has that boost from now on after you upgrade that. So a second example they showed is for the health, total health. So the total health is on the defensive category, of course, right? And then the current value is going to be 0 because they have no points on it. And then the value per point is going to be 0.2. So every time you put a point on that category, you get 0.2 total health on top of the health that you have. And then the max value is going to be 10%. So if you fill all of those bars up to 50 points, you get a 10% total health on top of the health that you have on any build. And if you pay attention, every single boost is a total of 50 points to max that out. So if you do the math on each category, to level up the full category is going to be a total of 200 points, which means 200 levels. And if you want to level up everything, all of the 4 categories for the core attributes, that's going to be a total of 800 points, 800 levels, not counting the scavenging. And that's where the devs, I think, are saying like it's almost infinite, but it's not a infinite type of system, because it will take a long time, right? It's gonna take a grind to level up everything and get everything unlocked. So it feels like infinite, but it's not infinite. Now, with all that said though, you're always gonna want to know how you can level this up fast, right? Well, there is a way. That's a new system that also is gonna come on the Warlords of New York, right? Which is the directives. So the directives, if you play the Division 1, if you are a veteran, you will know what the directives are. So if you play the Division 1 Underground DLC, basically you know what the directives are. Directives are basically modifiers that you can apply to the game and will change the way you play the game, or is going to make the game more challenging. Not on the sense of the difficulty of the NPCs, but more like obstacles that you have to go through once you apply these directives, right? It's just gonna modify the way you play the game. So there is 5 directives coming. So there is the ammo hoarders, which start with less ammo and lose rounds when you're reloading, and enemies don't drop ammo and no ammo is showing on the minimap. that's crazy. And then we have cool skills. When you have one skill activated, the second one is going to be on cooldown. So every time you use one, the other one is always going to be on cooldown. The third one is going to be Fog of War, and that basically is going to remove your minimap and any indicators of where the NPCs or your enemies are. The no regen is basically, as it says, it's not going to regen your armor, but you can manually regenerate your armor by healing yourself, right? And then last but not least, we have the 5th one, which is special ammo. And this one, basically, once the NPC shoots you, right, usually they're gonna have a special type of ammo, shock, burn, or something like that, right? And it will depend on what type of faction they are. Now, for all of these directives, right, you can activate one or you can activate all of them, right, which is 5. So for each one that you activate, you get a plus 25% XP boost. So if you activate one, you get a 25% boost. If you activate 2, it's gonna be 50% XP boost. And if you activate all of them, which is 5, you're gonna have a 125% XP boost. So that's gonna be a way to get more boost and boost yourself faster to get those shade levels. But remember, like I said, it's gonna be an obstacle to your game, right? Because it's gonna make your game more challenging, right? And basically that's it, guys. That's all I have for you guys today in this video. It's something that I wanted to talk about because I like it. I like this system. I can't wait to get my hands on the Warlords of New York, because there are so many good stuff that I see, and I'm super hyped for this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I was helpful enough with this new information. If you enjoyed the video, hit me with a like, I would appreciate. Let me know what you guys think of this though. Is this good or bad for the game? Everybody got different opinion, but yeah, let me know what you guys think on the comment section below. So if you enjoyed the video, hit me with a like. If you're new, you know what to do. I'll catch you guys next one.